And the other side.
All of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Amazing Grace Sports Network. Well, where we celebrate the passion, the spirituality, and the unity of sports. Nowhere else sports brings everybody together somehow, some way. Sometimes we're agreeing on something, sometimes we're disagreeing on something, but it will bring you together on one side. Either you're disagreeing or you're agreeing with what just happened, with what you just saw. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Clay. Happy November.
Happy November. Pumpkin Day. I remember they used to have this big to-do about pumpkin, or the great pumpkin coming when I was growing up, back in the Charlie Brown days. But nobody celebrates the great pumpkin coming on Halloween anymore.
No, we're not anymore, I guess.
No, nobody's missing anything. We didn't miss anything then, and you're not missing anything now. Oh, that's all I got.
Well, it's a beautiful day out there today. A little chilly, a little windy on this first day of November. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Amazing Grace Sports Network. Here, a lot to get to with the World Series Game 7 to discuss. Week 9 of the NFL. Of course, the Patriots continue to march right on in their quest to get another AFC East title. Can you believe that, Clay? We rewind the clocks and said that at this point in the year.
Listen, I'm loving it. And the reason why I like it so much is because the rest of the United States is quivering in fear and in just resentment concerning the Patriots. The days of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady is haunting them, and all the bad things they said about them and how it's all gone and how it's never coming back. They're going to have to eat their words.
So we'll talk about that at length, and of course the Bruins and the Celtics in action as well. Celtics have won 3 in a row in a crazy Friday night game against the Philadelphia 76ers in the opening night of the NBA Cup. And that's
who's sponsoring
second
that?
Installment of that series.
Some Saudi Arabian group is sponsoring that, right?
I'm not familiar with who the sponsor is,
yeah,
but perhaps we could do some
talk about betting and money just flowing.
Get some information
in and throughout the NBA that needs to be scrutinized. Yes,
I guess so.
Are
you saying, Clay, the NBA has an integrity issue?
Slightly, just a slight one.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Receding like LeBron's hairline.
Well, on that note, the phone number for your calls today, 844-249-5247. A lot to get to here in the quickest hour known to man here Saturday morning on WEZE.
And we're going to start it off with prayer. So we are in chapter 7 of Tony Evans' book, Prayers for Victory in Spiritual Warfare. Wow. I tell you, chapter 7 has healing broken relationships. And who doesn't have broken relationships in some area of their life that need to be mended? So let us start out by putting on the belt of truth. So we're starting out with the belt of truth. Lord, I know that life goes on after a relationship is broken. In fact, the truth is that you are the one who moves us on when the time is right or a relationship is toxic or unhealthy. I pray that you will give me the strength to accept and walk through this new truth in my life and to come out in a better place. Or if it is your will that our relationship or whatever relationship is to be restored, I pray that you will give us both the grace we need to restore it correctly. I put on the belt of truth that tells me that you, Lord, work all things for the good of those who love you. Amen.
Amen, amen. Thank you very much, Clay.
Belt of truth. Broken relationships. Healing broken relationships. Can't get enough of that. Okay.
Well, alrighty. So why don't we move on to our questions for today in history, and we'll see what's in store for that.
Today in history.
Alrighty, starting off for the year 1913 on this day on November the 1st, 1913, in the inaugural meeting, Notre Dame College defeated perennial powerhouse Army in West Point, New York, by a score of 35-13, led by quarterback Gus Doré. Notre Dame unleashed an aerial attack that, of course, revolutionized the college football game as we know. On this day, the forward pass moved from a novelty to a weapon. The question is, what is the name of the quarterback, Gus Doré's favorite wide receiver?
favorite wide receiver, ladies and gentlemen. And he's actually up there on the screen, but you probably won't recognize him because he goes from way, way, way back. But it's a name that most of you will know if you would just take the time to look it up. So do that because, I'm looking at these things on the internet, and I see most of you guys can't even answer the question. Come on. Use your brain. Do some research.
And if you're a fan of Notre Dame, particularly as seasons have gone on, and you may know this gentleman more from his time coaching than you would as perhaps playing.
Just dropping it right in their lap.
Well, a little bit of hint. There's a prevalent question, too, with Notre Dame at Chestnut Hill this afternoon at 3:30 to play BC.
Oh, wow. There we go. Right on time.
There we go.
Okay, on November 1st, 1959, future Pro Football Hall of Fame running back Jim Brown. Yes, Jim Brown. I think we got a picture of him there. Jim Brown. What did he do? Oh, he ran for 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns in the Cleveland Browns 38-31 win over the Baltimore Colts at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. That's what he did.
The late great Jim Brown. There.
5 touchdowns. Now we have a question for you. The question is, what is the current record now of how many touchdowns, rushing touchdowns in the game, and who owns it? How many touchdowns have been ran in the game by a running back, and who owns it? That's our question. See if you can get that. Come on. Dig deep.
There we go. From college football to the NFL to baseball. A little bit more of a recent question. On November the 1st, 2017, the Astros win their first ever MLB title by defeating the Dodgers 5-1 in Game 7 at Dodger Stadium.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I know that was going to stick in your throat.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to get into that with the whole cheating scandal.
Yeah.
Should be tainted. I think it is tainted. Anyway, who was the first? Who was that series MVP?
Who was the series MVP? Because that's prevalent to what's going on
this World Series.
This World Series. Yes. Kind of leads right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So even though I knew that Kevin was going to hate this question, I had to put it in there, Kevin, because
it's not just me, but
just a relationship.
Fans of the game.
Yeah, just a relationship, and I think we all feel the same way about the Houston Astros of 2017. Yes.
There's that guy though, right through white. There's Alex Bregman right there. We forgive Alex though.
You forgive Alex. How about
Alex Cora too?
How about Cora?
The ringleader in there.
He's right in there.
Oh gosh.
See what happens with the tangle weave, where we weave when first we start out.
Not the best time for Major League Baseball, that's for sure. Anyway, so Clay, we have some testimonials, if I understand that correct?
Yes, because at the Amazing Great Sports Network here, we like sports. We love sports, but we're more concerned about God and Jesus and everybody coming to grips with the fact that you have a maker who made you, and you will have a maker who's going to be there when you are deceased. And we want you to also strengthen your relationship with God and Jesus so that you have a happy time while you're here on earth and you're not boohooing, whining, and crying about everything's going wrong. Because when you walk with Jesus, let me tell you something, everything falls into place. So I think we have Vlad Guerrero. I think it's a little bit further up. Let's go with the second one from the top.
There we go.
Kid, congratulations once again, man. I mean, wow, you were unbelievable in this series. Let me ask you a question, Junior. I saw you crying after the game was over. I want to know what was going through your mind at the moment.
I mean, we work for this. We work so hard. We do everything we can do to win it, and when you believe in God, like I say, when you believe in God and pray for this, something like that happen, and you gotta give it the glory to God, and
yeah, there he is. That's Vlad Guerrero Jr. Talking to David Ortiz.
I was gonna say, we know that voice.
We know David. You just feel gravitas when you talk with him. You can feel it in his voice. And we have another one by Justin Fields. Now, this one was made by Justin Fields before he had this great game last week in which he rebounded when everybody was counting him out. His faith and his strength and his belief, well, you'll see why he had a great game.
I've always asked God to give me an opportunity and a platform to spread his word, and sometimes it doesn't play out the way you always plan it. I think the position I'm in right now is a great opportunity to spread that message. And I've been through a lot in my career, especially in my NFL career. I'm probably at a low right now, and I think my faith is so rooted in Christ, to where it's like I told you guys earlier this week, nothing can break me. And this thing that's happening right now is a great opportunity for me to spread His word and spread His love.
Now, when you walk with Christ, every bad downtime is actually an opportunity for you actually to grow. And I want everybody to know you don't have to feel like you're abandoned, you're alone, and that you can't go on, because when you're at your lowest, that's when you will be at your strongest if you walk with Christ. And I think that's the point I'm trying to get across here. These athletes know it. And that was one of the reasons why we started the Amazing Grace Sports Network, because so many athletes believe in Jesus Christ and God. And we need for the public to know this actually leads to the success in most cases. So you cannot hurt.
No doubt about it. And when everyone was calling out Justin Fields from his
brutal
coaches, players, even the owner of the New York Jets, Woody Johnson. And
how many
talk about redemption there from Mr. Fields getting his first win of the year for a Jets team that has been
abysmal
all year, no matter where they've been playing. They've been abysmal. So
they've been terrible.
And they haven't even seen the Patriots yet. We haven't even seen the Jets.
We can't wait to get a piece of that Jet action.
Yeah.
Are you telling me? I mean, are you kidding me? We can't wait. All right, let's roll into commercials. When we come back, we were talking about the World Series, which has been one of the more exciting World Series. Your team was in the lead and ready to close it out last night, except for they had some unfortunate things happen.
That they did. The first game 7 of the World Series since 2019. So we'll talk about that coming back. But first, I want to say hello to some of our great sponsors. The number, 844-249-5247. This is the Amazing Grace Sports Network on WEZE.
Hey, are you feeling a little achy or sore from the cold weather? Then take a visit to Dylan's Russian Steam Bath. At Dylan's Dry Sauna or Wet Steam Room, you can de-escalate, de-stress, and detox your body and mind. A hot place of massage or a variety of oil massages are available. You will enjoy the relaxed atmosphere that features a nutritious snack bar, large screen television, and comfortable lounge chairs to cool off during your visit. They have 2 convenient locations, one in Chelsea and the other in Quincy. Find them online at Dylan's Russian Steam Bath or call 617-549-3484 for more information. To enjoy your best health, visit Dylan's Russian Steam Bath, where heat, steam, and water have a therapeutic effect.
Well, my friends, I want to talk to you about computers. Is your computer screen cracked or have a black screen? Is it slow to charge or does it exhibit abnormal battery drainage? Does your PC run slow or have keyboard issues? Well, then PhilComp Computer Center, located at 1690 Dorchester Avenue, is your remedy for all your computer medical problems. PhilComp Computer Center has been in the computer repair, upgrade, malware removal, and data recovery business for over 20 years. Whether your computer is a Mac or IBM-based, give them a call. Their number, 617-265-1910. That is 617-265-1910. To solve all your computer problems, our good friends at the PhilComp Computer Center.
Love this music. Do you want to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? Do you want to get rid of back, hip, and neck pains? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. Karma is an accomplished and experienced yoga instructor who specializes in total body restorative yoga. So whether you are young or old, short or tall, in shape or out of shape, Karma is your best choice. Check out her classes and times at karmadonyoga.com. That's karmadonyoga.com. Your body and mind deserve good karma. Yes, and I'm going to attend conference on Friday. Right out here in Marina Bay. Oh, yeah. Yes, next Friday at Marina Bay. I'm going to it.
Oh, they run it here? They do
Yeah.
run it? Oh, I didn't know that.
On Friday evenings.
Oh, that's good to know.
6 o'clock, Marina Bay. Looking out on the pier in the water, you can do yoga. Only
Yeah,
at
that's for
Commandant's
sure.
Yoga.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So let's talk a little bit baseball here, Clay. As I mentioned, the World Series first Game 7 since 2019. The Blue Jays and the Dodgers. The Dodgers winning in Game 6 on Friday night. And worst case scenario for the Blue Jays, besides losing the World Series, is having to go back to Los Angeles for Game 7 when they had the opportunity to close it out at home.
So wait a minute, they're going back to
They
Los
got to go
Angeles?
back to LA for Game 7.
You aren't kidding me.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were going to do it at you know, they were
No, LA's the higher seed. So it's games 1 and 2 to them, 3 and 4, 5 back in Toronto. I'm sorry, 3 and 4 in Toronto, and then 6, 7. But 5.
I'm thrown off because
I'm thrown off too. Hold on, I got to go look at that now.
Because
for a
the
minute.
Dodgers were the high. I think the Blue Jays were the highest seed. I think they won one more game than the Dodgers.
Well, you're exactly right. I'm just so used to the Dodgers. I'm off my game this morning.
Don't worry.
Well,
about
let me look at the schedule to get the correct information. Let's go to Wayne to save me here.
Save him,
I'm
Wayne,
stumbling
save
over
him.
my words. Go ahead, Wayne.
Kevin Clay, good morning to you both. How are you?
Lifesaver Wayne.
Well, no, as we talking prayers, I hope you guys say a little prayers for my BC Eagles today because we're not looking too well, man.
Did they win last week? I thought you had a chance to win last week, right? What happened?
You know, the hot ones for the hot ones, but the brains, you know, it tells you something different and you watch the game. So hopefully today we can turn it around tonight.
Who did they lose to?
They lost to what was that? I believe Louisville. I believe it was.
They got blown out by Louisville last week.
I just wanted to hear
They actually played them pretty close early on, but as was expected,
Sure.
They lost to Louisville.
Louisville's a pretty good team there, Clay.
And then we had Notre Dame today. So
gosh,
we need some prayers, man. Thank you.
The four horsemen are coming into town.
Wayne, do you know the spread on that game?
It'd be like about 40 or something.
Well, you're about 10 behind. The Irish are favored by 30.5.
Get out of here.
And this game is the number 12 team in the country coming in.
So did you guys see the end of the World Series game the other night?
Yes.
Last night?
Yes.
What an incredible ending. Do you think Toronto is psychologically damaged now, or they have a
No way.
prayer?
No way.
I don't think they're psychologically damaged from it. I think there were some blunders last night. I think they showed real fight. Obviously, they had an opportunity to win that game, and it a very rare thing happening with the ball being stuck in that center field padding underneath, which saved the Dodgers. But even still, they had guys on second and third with no outs, and they couldn't get them in.
No, it was a great play by a former Red Sox. Kiki Hernandez made a great play. He came dashing in.
Why can't we get players like that, Clay?
Well, you know.
We had Kike with the game-saving throw. Mookie with his offensive numbers last night.
We don't need players like that here.
Former Red Sox helping the Dodgers.
Are you kidding me? What would we do with players like that?
I hope the Dodgers can finish up business today. I like Mookie. I like Kike. I like them to take care of business today.
You think so?
But, so many stories to touch on, but I like what's going on in the NBA. Have you seen the Bucks and the Warriors game at all?
No. What happened?
Well, the NBA is in such a good place with some up-and-coming young talent. I mean, again, you're looking at VJ Edgecombe from the 76ers.
Who we saw last night, yeah.
Oh, that kid, he's going to be a problem for the league, man. He's going to be a problem.
What about these plays that you're talking about with the Bucks or with Golden State?
Yeah. So Ryan Phillips, again, going up against Draymond Green and Steph Curry. And, I mean, the kid, he looks like a 10-year veteran out there. So the league is in good standing right now with some up-and-coming young talent.
With the players, not with the management of the NBA, as we can see.
With the players, absolutely.
Okay.
But anyway, gentlemen, I just want to wish you guys a happy show today, and let's go Eagles, man.
Let's go BC.
Come on, let's get it together.
We're gonna get a BC poster back here, so we can just hang it up there. Yeah.
Well, around here, there'll be, I think, a bit of a split between Notre Dame and BC, just from the history
Catholic
for that.
Split there.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, thank you, Wayne.
I think BC upsetted them before. Hopefully, we can get a repeat today. But have a great day, guys.
Have a great day.
The Eagles haven't beaten the Irish since 2008, when they had Matt Ryan as quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think they were underdogs by 30 points either.
So let's just rewind for a minute before I stumbled over the words and confused the heck out of everybody here. clearly I'm not caffeinated this morning or something. But the Blue Jays, which I knew, did have the better record this year. You always expect the Dodgers to be the better seed, but not this year. It was Toronto. So games 1 and 2 in Toronto, 3, 4, 5 in LA, 6 and 7 in Toronto. So nobody's going back to LA.
Nope.
That's over. Toronto, game 7 tonight.
Win or lose.
Win or lose
On
Saturday.
On the home field.
8:00. We know the Blue Jays are going to be going to Max Scherzer in this capacity. Obviously, Max Scherzer. Well, the last time there was a World Series, Clay, 2019, it was Max Scherzer who started that game on the mound for the Washington Nationals.
Wow.
Beat the Astros in 7 games down there in Houston. The Dodgers have not announced who they're going to go with yet. Dave Roberts, the manager, hinted it could be Ohtani. They're looking at possible roles for him to play. I think it's going to be Shohei Ohtani to start Game 7 for the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're going to give him 3 innings, and for 3 innings, that guy can get out there and throw some heat.
Well, I know one guy's not going to be is Blake Snell, and you asked the question, I think, before, who was the biggest disappointment so far? Yeah, Blake Snell has been the biggest disappointment for me. All right. With all the money he's being paid and with his caliber.
Let me ask the question then. Okay, he's your biggest disappointment. Mm-hmm. Who is the guy you think is the MVP at this period of time?
Well, I think it's been a number of guys. There haven't really one guy that stood out to me. In terms of MVP, I think the young pitcher for the Blue Jays, Trey Savage, has, with all the pressure that's on him as being the young guy here, has pitched incredibly throughout this, not just World Series, but particularly throughout the playoffs as well. But in this World Series, he's pitched huge for the Blue Jays, and there's the reason why the Blue Jays are in a position here to win the World Series tonight.
Okay.
So to me, I think it would be a Savage.
You think it's a Savage? And last question for you. Who's going to win?
Well,
come on.
Who's going to win? I'm going to take Toronto. I'm going to take Toronto.
I know you are.
I'm going to rumble. I said it from the beginning, and I'm going to stick with it.
All right.
It's good for it's good for the game, Clay, when we have these sudden death games here. You know?
Yeah, this is win or go home. Well, it's actually go home no matter what.
Exactly right.
But go home a winner or go home a loser. One of the two is going to happen. I'm going to ask myself the same. Or you asked me the same 3 questions. What do you got? Who do I think is going to be? Who do I think is the MVP right now? The MVP is Vlad Guerrero Jr. Vlad Guerrero Jr. has propelled this team. He's gotten hits. He's made defensive plays. He's hustled. I've never seen a guy his size move around the bases like I've seen him move from first to third. This guy's bringing 125% every game. He believes in his team. He believes in his teammates. He shows it in every game. I believe he's been the guy who's carried them through this whole playoff experience. He hit a homer off Shohei Ohtani, game 3, started the whole thing going. He was not going to lay it down. He was going to keep it going, pick it up. They were not going to give up. They were not going to feel down. And Vlad Guerrero, to me, has been that guy who's been pushing that envelope the whole time. So
there's no question about it. I'd also put him in that category as well with the big 390-foot bomb off Ohtani in game 4 that to get the Blue Jays in a position to win that game. And obviously they did 6-2.
They did.
So I would certainly put Vladdy and Trey Savage as my 2 MVPs right now. I mean, Savage with 12 strikeouts in game 6 the other night and game 5, to bring the Blue Jays home for a chance to win it at home, which they'll get another chance tonight, obviously, but tied 3-3.
My biggest disappointment has been Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts batting behind Shohei Ohtani when they walked him 9 straight times or something to that extent. It was some astronomical figure where they basically, when they saw him, they just put up 4 fingers and said, we're walking him. And Mookie Betts was coming up with him on base and probably somebody else on base, and he couldn't get the job done. You know, it's funny to watch a player, especially if you were there when he first came in with the Red Sox and you saw how quick his bat was. One of the things I noticed about Mookie Betts was you could never get a fastball by him. When he was with the Red Sox, when he was young. I mean, he was a slight guy, not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy, but God help you if you tried to sneak a fastball by this kid, especially if it had, some part of the middle of the plate in it. He was going to smoke you. And it's tough watching Mookie not be able to get around on the fastball, popping it up or grounding it. He just has to make contact. We wish the best for him. I wish the best for him. But he has been my biggest disappointment so far in this series. I wish I could have said differently, but I'm going to be honest.
He was the hero last night, though, in Game 6 with the.
He managed to get a hit
with an two RBIs. Go ahead, single.
He jumped on that first pitch and hit it down the left base line in between the second baseman and the I mean, the shortstop and the third baseman. It was a great hit, but it was long overdue. I think that the Dodgers would have been maybe could have closed out this game, closed out before it went to Toronto if Mookie had been on a tear. Not every player wants to be on the tear. We know that, but just being in the situation where we know that the old Mookie would have, the old Marcus Betts would have smoked these balls. He didn't have that series this year, so he has been my biggest. And who do I think is going to win? Well, Kevin went with the Toronto Blue Jays. I am going to go with the LA Dodgers. I'm not going to leave now. I mean, we're in the 7th game. He thinks the Blue Jays, I think Dodgers. So we've been on different sides the entire series. But I think we both have been happy with what we have seen. We can't be disappointed with the output. It has been a great series between these two teams. If not, it's not, I don't know, one of the best I've ever seen.
No, it certainly has. It really has. And by the way, Mookie Betts agreeing with you too. Mookie came out and said he's been terrible.
He's been terrible.
Going into last night, into the series, he's batted 130,
Yes.
and he's been 3 for 23 in this World Series. So
Yes.
Mookie's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah, he's getting paid a lot of money.
Remember, he was the guy that the Dodgers went after before they acquired their big superstars of Freeman and, of course, Ohtani to sort of create that trifecta they have there, these great superstars surrounded by other role players on the offensive side, and, of course, their pitching as well. Mookie was the guy to come in. And
I got to commend them. These guys, I mean, management, Dodger management has not hesitated to spend the money to getting guys to help the team. They have not even blinked. So
that's why they're in it every year.
Yeah, they've, can that guy help us? Let's go get him. Can that guy help us? I got to give it to him. I mean, they don't hesitate. So
I mean, it's not rocket science, It's spend money on players that have performed and have proven to be winners, and it'll probably work again. Depends on the team.
Which brings us to the next question. Is it team chemistry? Is it money?
I don't think it's money per se. In terms of what do you mean by money?
Well, to bring success. We're talking about success. What makes a successful team? Because we're looking at these at the payroll, and the Dodgers at the top at 355.
Sure.
At 350. The Blue Jays number 5 at 255. In between, then you got the Yankees, you got the Mets, a couple of other different teams. But I mean, you have teams that pay money, and it seems to be getting it done. What do we make of that?
What I make of it is that I think it's more team chemistry. I certainly don't think money's always a factor, obviously, and we see now with the biggest team with the biggest payroll has been in the World Series the past 2 years.
Dodgers
Dodgers
number 1, 350. Yep. Mets number 2, Yankees number 3, Phillies number 4, Blue Jays number 5.
Yeah, there's no question about it. But I think it's team chemistry. I think I spoke about this before about how some of these role players that the Toronto Blue Jays have, who, aren't getting paid I know we're not getting paid an exorbitant amount of money as compared to Vlad, or as compared to a lot of the superstars the Dodgers have. But the role players that the Toronto Blue Jays have contributed. Guys like Barger and Clement and all these other guys that you probably never even heard of to start the year. Kirk, exactly right. And they're the reason why the Blue Jays are in it right now. So I think more so team chemistry-wise for the Blue Jays while they're in it. I think, obviously, the Dodgers, it's pretty clear. Sure, they have got team chemistry. They've been playing with each other now. It's been more addition rather than subtraction for the Dodgers. They just keep adding talent. They really never subtract any talent. But I think, obviously, the money has to do with it. But I always value team chemistry better than because of what
it's kind of hard to argue against it when you see these guys in there. You would like to say team chemistry, but you're looking at the Dodgers. They're in there, I think, 5 times in the last 8 years or 10 years. They've been in there a lot. And right below the Blue Jays, we have the Astros, the Rangers, the Braves, the Padres, the Cubs, the Angels. Now, this is surprising. The Angels are up there, but they have the worst record. The Red Sox, they're at number 12. It's no surprise to anyone that at the bottom, you have the Marlins and the White Sox and the Athletics. And the Pirates and the Rays, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Rays, Pirates, Athletics, White Sox, and Marlins. It's no surprise. But I wonder, the Rays used to always have a great team without spending a lot of money. So I'm still not ready just to completely say it's all about the money.
No, I don't think so either. You look at a lot of these teams with their smaller payrolls. I mean,
Right.
the Athletics come to mind. The Rays, the Rays are always going to be in it. They've found a way to play great baseball with a small payroll.
The Brewers are number 22.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were right there at the end.
So some of these smaller market teams, it really has nothing to do with the money. Obviously, it's guys playing baseball at the end of the day.
Mariners, in the American League Championship, number 15.
Right.
And they could have won. They had pitching didn't come together for them, so that didn't happen. But great team. Tigers are right in there too. So,
and I think the adversity too, Clay, comes to mind for me for Toronto in particular. Toronto has had two hugely competitive series here,
right,
with the Dodgers and with the Mariners, both series going to 7 games.
I think the Blue Jays really have that it. I mean, they really have that grit.
You can tell they want it. I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it a little bit in the regular season. You really don't see it on full display until the postseason. I really saw it during the Yankee series. I really saw it after the Yankees came in on a high, beating the Red Sox in 3 games. They thought, oh, we're the Yankees. This is ours. Yada yada yada. Toronto said, not so fast. Not so fast. And that meant, I think, a lot to a lot of people. And
it showed me.
It showed a lot of us that the Blue Jays are here.
These guys, they've been gritting their teeth waiting for a situation like this.
There's no question about it. So
they like it.
I wish him well. I'm all on board. I think Max Scherzer tonight, obviously, they want the guy that has the most postseason experience. He's the one. And we'll see what the Dodgers decide to do with whether it's Shohei Ohtani, which Clay and I both expect he'll be pitching in some capacity tonight, whether he's starting or coming out of the bullpen, we shall see. He actually was knocked around pretty good in Game 4 of the series
at the end
out there in L.A.
At the end, I mean, the first couple of innings, 3 innings, 4 innings, he looked great, but they left him in there for 7.
But it's the last game of the year. As the saying goes, all hands on deck for tonight.
I want to talk about the Celtics.
Oh, okay. Your favorite topic.
Now, the Celtics have won 3 in a row, defeating the Philadelphia 76ers in a game they were not supposed to win. Now, anybody who watched this game, you can easily see that, and I'll go into it. But the referees, they were so bad. Okay, as bad as the referees were, they could not save the 76ers from looking like the toast team that they are. They are terrible. Joel Embiid can barely get up the court. It's terrible. It's terrible to watch. But still, they put him out there and they're calling fouls for him. I don't know what to think. But one of the most egregious fouls that was not called was the absolute mugging of one of the Celtics players named Josh Minot. It happened at the 2:10 mark left in the game. So Philadelphia was just lolling up the court, and Celtics kind of caught him. Minot had sprinted down. He was over in the right corner, and Jaylen Brown threw him the ball. And he saw that there's nobody guarding him whatsoever, so he made a beeline to go to the basket for either a layup or a dunk, more than likely a dunk. And he was completely mugged by Kelly Oubre and Joel Embiid. And it happened not more than 10 feet away from the referee, who was watching the action the whole time. I mean, the guy was knocked down, okay? They made no secret that they were just trying to stop him from making a layup because they realized they were reacting to the play. They were late. They saw it, and then, we just have to do something. So they weren't coming to try to block the ball. They were coming just to knock the guy down. And they did. They knocked the guy down, and the referee did not call the foul. He behaved as if it never happened. Celtics got the ball back. They ended up getting another shot. Didn't work, but it was unbelievable. Now, they talk about the NBA's, has a scandal. This is a scandal that has been going on since Kobe and Shaq. Kobe, who got every call for him as a rookie. And Shaq was the first guy in NBA history who could knock a guy over, bull him over offensively, and never get an offensive call. Wilt Chamberlain couldn't do that. Bob Lanier couldn't do that. Moses Malone, nobody could do that. But Shaq. The NBA, what I'm trying to say, is rotten from the head down. And we could look at the players, and rightfully so, when we see Terry Rozier and Damon Jones rigging games. But the NBA, from the top, has been rigging games for a long time. And we, the fan, are not supposed to know it. We're supposed to ignore it. Just like last night when they tried to rig the game, giving Philadelphia 29 free throws to 12 of the Celtics. 29-12. And 2 of those came in the last 30 seconds of the game. They gave it to Jaylen Brown, who, of course, missed one because $250 million a year can't buy you to make 2 free throws in a row for Jaylen Brown. That's where the NBA is. It's a bad product run by bad people, played by bad it's run by bad characters, played by people who want to be victims and have a mentality that somebody owes them something when they're making 30, 40, 50 million dollars a year. That's my rant for today. The NBA, I don't feel bad that the scandal happened. I hope that it exposes everything in the NBA and they clean it up, because America needs a league that promotes morals and virtues, of which the NBA seems to be totally abhorrent to. They don't want to do that whatsoever. We hear them curse on the court. We hear them say the N-word. We see them bully people. Draymond Green can punch a person, elbow a person, and still is in the league after doing it repeatedly. We see them wear pants that are down around their ankles, basically. So they're not pushing anything good to America. I don't think America should be taking them and embracing them either. I think we have to take a look at what we're gravitating to and say enough's enough with the NBA. And then maybe, just maybe, the mafia guys will stop hanging around the NBA, because we'll get a better class of people running it and owning it.
I put Clay in the no fan of the NBA category. That's for sure. Let's go to the phones. I think that's Kelly from Lynn. Weighing in. Is that Kelly this morning? Good morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kelly from Lynn, weighing in, sir. It's me.
How you doing, Kelly?
Missed a couple of weeks. Brother Clay, amen. Amen to all that. Do you remember back in the 70s when it was a thug league, fights everywhere?
Right.
NBA was out of control.
Out of control.
Sad. It seemed like we're going into full circle in a strange way. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see them take that guy from whoever it is from the NHL, how they're marketing that league.
Yes.
That's what they need to do. You know, the NHL is making strides with the Four Nations and the Winter Classic. You get people tuned in. It just totally turned that whole sport around. It's just not as popular, and guys just not making that much money. And it shows the NBA, and that's what's spoiling them.
Yeah.
I think they're kings, prima donnas, and can't be touched. In some situation, it's the inmates running the asylum. I think someone said that from the NFL. I don't know who I'm quoting.
Well, the NFL is not quite as bad as the NBA. The NBA is just they're just they're just taking the top spot of what are you doing and why are you doing it? I mean, you want them to give the American youth something to look up to. You give me a break. Yeah, you got Jason Tatum and nobody else, and they don't promote Jason Tatum at all. They got all these guys running around looking for a foul all the time. They can't make 2 free throws in a row. You're watching the NBA. James Harden. Why is James Harden still in the league? I mean, because Kevin's going to ask, why is Mike McDaniel still have the job? Why is James Harden still in the league? I mean, why is LeBron James still in the league? Why is Joel? These guys, they're terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah, and I guess they just want to sell tickets.
That's it.
Sell tickets. And the fact that there's even some interest in LeBron James, it's just like boggles my mind.
Well, they hype him. They hype him. They push him to our kids. They push these guys on America's youth, which is the worst thing about it. Us adults, we can say, "Oh, that guy's a bum," but the youth, they don't know any better. They think this is the way that they're supposed to behave and act. They emulate these guys.
Yep.
And I think it's a travesty. It's wrong, totally wrong. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for backing me up because I thought it was going to be a lonely platform.
No, I agree. The fact that Draymond Green has, they can suspend him for 10 games, 12 games, whatever it is, but until you throw him out of the league,
right?
Well,
you just say, all right, we'll quiet him down for a little bit, and then he can come back.
Yeah,
serves nothing, does nothing.
Yeah,
it's called black on black crime. And black on everybody crime with Draymond Green.
And I hate to bring this up in a totally different sport. Is Billy Belichick, is he weathering all this drama? Because I haven't heard anything.
Well, Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels had a nice win up at Syracuse Friday night, getting their 3rd win of the year. That was quite a surprise to see UNC win.
Kelly, that comes with an asterisk because they were going up against a freshman quarterback, a true freshman quarterback that they just walked off the field. I mean, brought in from he just walked on the field, and they said, "Listen, buddy, we don't care what you do." The guy was what was it, like 5 for 35? He's terrible, and that's how Bill Belichick got his third win of the season.
Yeah, I think he's gonna survive this. All that big noise they made, he may survive it. Bill Belichick, you know. But
it's terrible. It's a shame, but that the NIL has ruined college football.
Yes, indeed. Well, as much as I'd like to stay on the topic of this, we do have to move on to the NFL because we're only got 10 minutes left in the show here.
Kelly, what's your prediction on the Patriots tomorrow?
Patriots should win. I just want to humble myself. You know, they are overachieving in my eyes. I thought I mentioned something that they were going to be tanking around 500 and they weren't going to pull away. But Kevin was right. A couple of weeks ago, he said they have a favorable schedule and they're starting to separate right now. So I like what I see. So Patriots should win this one. So I got the Patriots on this one.
All right, Kelly. We'll see you next week. We're going to be in the victory lane.
You guys know
you and Kevin.
Part of the show coming up. So I'll sit back and listen.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you guys.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.
Where do you go for the best breakfast and the best lunch in the South Metro Boston, Quincy area? You go to the Early American Diner located at 1054 Hancock Street in Quincy. From their strawberry shortcake French toast to their famous corned beef hash for breakfast, to the lunch menu, which includes a variety of burgers and specialty sandwiches, such as the Waldorf turkey, made with roasted turkey, apple slices, and walnuts. So, whether you want to dine in their cozy restaurant, take out, or have it delivered, the Early American Diner in historic Quincy, Massachusetts, is your go-to eatery to enjoy great food at great prices at your convenience.
Our friends at the Early American Diner there in Quincy, making me hungry every time we discuss it on the show, Clay, here. Well, if you're hungry, you may want to buy a house as well. We want to say hello to our friends at Oyama Investments, where your dreams could find a foundation. Saying hello to them. They're more than just real estate. They're your trusted partner, building your future, whether you're purchasing a property that'll investing in a property that'll grow with you, purchasing a dream home. The process easy, transparent, and rewarding. Specialize in finding properties that align perfectly with your goals. Imagine yourself owning a piece of the future, whether it be a luxury apartment, a commercial space, or family home, in the perfect neighborhood. If you're new to the real estate investment world, well, don't worry, they're every step away, helping you make informed choices, confident, and ready to see your dreams come to life. Visit their website, www.oyamainvestments.com. Give them a call, 617-221-8881 today. Where your vision becomes reality with a good friend at Oyama Investments.
I want everyone to know that Kevin does this from memory. He looks a little bit down at his notes, but he just does it from memory. That's how intelligent Kevin is. That's how well he can read, and that's how well he can talk on the air. I tell you, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I appreciate it.
All right,
I've been doing it so much. Clay, just quickly here, we had to recap a little bit of the Patriots last week. Big 32-13 win at Gillette against the Browns.
Yes, they did.
Boy, Clay, wouldn't it be nice to have Myles Garrett not coming after Drake May? But
I would love to. They can't afford him.
You don't think so? You've been after trading Kyle Duggar and Keon White?
No, they don't. They didn't clear up enough space for that.
Were you surprised by those trades?
No. You know what I am surprised by? Elliott Wolf. Elliott Wolf, I criticized him. I ran him into the ground last year.
Yeah, you did.
Now I want to say, Elliott Wolf, you are blowing my mind. Elliott, you are unbelievable. Elliott, what a difference a year makes, because now you look like you're on top with those guys like Howie Rosen and the guy who's out there in, I believe, Washington, that GM, making the deals and making the decisions and getting things done. Not like that guy who just got fired, Chris Greer, who should have been fired 3 years ago when he resigned Tua Tags. And just like the guy down in Atlanta who the Patriots will play tomorrow, who should be fired. Mr. Wolf, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we were 8-4 last year, both of us.
Last week,
8-4,
and the 4 losses were.
Yes. The problem was Atlanta. Atlanta losing to Miami again. Atlanta.
Well, that was a shock. We were never going to pick Miami.
Never.
So
Then Cincinnati lost 39 to 38. Okay, to New York Jets.
Bengals had nobody but to blame but their defense in that one.
And
Can't blame Joe Flacco, that's for sure.
then we had Pittsburgh, Green Bay. That was kind of a close one. That was an iffy. That was a pick 'em, and we picked the wrong one. And San Francisco lost to Houston. That was the reason why. So let's get on. Let's get on with. Well, we don't have to discuss Baltimore and Miami, but maybe you want to.
I don't. What a terrible Thursday night game. The Ravens finally getting some good news of their difficult season to start. Lamar Jackson back a big 28-6 win down in Miami on Thursday night. And Clay, the Ravens 3-5. You look at the odds to win the AFC North despite a losing record. Still the best odds to win the AFC North over the Steelers and the Bengals. Won't even put the Browns in that category.
What do you think about Miami and their coach?
Mr. McDaniel?
Yeah.
Well, you know my thoughts on that.
I like to hear it.
So, well, the reports are that with the firing of Chris Greer, the GM, Mike McDaniel is going to be remaining the head coach of the Miami Dolphins for the remainder of the year.
Well, I will say what you really
go show how unserious the organization is.
And here's how Kevin addresses Mike McDaniel. Why does he still have a job?
Great question.
Great question.
Great question. The world may never know.
You got the first one up.
Yes, indeed. The Bears, Chicago Bears, coming off a loss to the Ravens last week, and that game that Lamar Jackson didn't even play in, which, by the way, we said in the air that he was going to play and decided he's not going to play. But anyway, Bears losing that in Baltimore. They traveled to see the aforementioned Cincinnati Bengals coming off a tough loss at home against the Jets last week, a game they should have won. No excuses there on the defensive side. Joe Flacco there. Give me the Bears on the road, though. Caleb Williams, favored by 2.5 in this one. I'll take Chicago.
Stop it. I'm taking Chicago also. Minnesota is traveling to Detroit, and I am taking Detroit.
I'll take the Lions as well. It looks like, Clay, J.J. McCarthy is back.
He's back.
Finally. It's been, well, a long time since that. Lions coming off a bye. Carson Wentz, no more. He's out. He got sent on IR after being beat up in his stay of in J.J. McCarthy. And Lions, obviously, the Vikings, obviously, not as strong a year as they did last year, but give me the Lions to take care of this interdivisional matchup. Speaking of the NFC North, we'll stay there. The Packers, big win on Sunday night against the Steelers last week and taking care of old friend Aaron Rodgers. They welcome the Carolina Panthers to town. Let's see. I'm not aware if I think Bryce Young is going to play in that game.
Does it matter?
Cleared to play. I think it gives him a better shot than he maybe did Andy Dalton, but that being said, I'll take the Packers at home easily over the 4-4 Carolina Panthers. Clay, surprising that we're even saying that the Panthers have had 4 wins this year.
Yeah, they're questionable. One of them was against Atlanta, who everyone seems to beat up on when they need to. Green Bay, I'm taking Green Bay and rolling with them. Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Chargers are traveling to Tennessee, and the Los Angeles Chargers are favored by 9.5, and that is enough for me to take Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'll take the Chargers easily here. The big win last Thursday night against the Vikings at home. I think we've seen some struggles for the Chargers, but they've had a pretty actually easy schedule so far to begin the year. They're playing some lowly teams. Titans, of course, no exception. I would expect them to have no issue down there in Nashville with Justin Herbert. We mentioned Atlanta Falcons.
You got the game of the week.
Come to Gillette to play the Patriots. Clay, no Ramondre Stevenson this week. He's battling a toe injury, so we won't see him.
No Ramondre Stevenson, no
problem. So for the second week in a row, I do ask the question, will this be the game that Travion Henderson breaks out? We saw a little bit of a glimpse of it last week. He did fumble the ball, though, trying to get in the end zone. That didn't work. So, well, the Patriots will have no choice unless they want to start Terrell Jennings in more of a role. I don't think that'll happen. So, regardless, no Ramondre this week. I'll take the Patriots against the Falcons.
I don't even know why he drew it out. It's obvious. You're not taking Atlanta ever again. I'm not taking Atlanta ever again this season.
Well, here they are. They beat Buffalo on Monday night at home, and then we start to think, oh, maybe the Falcons will turn things around. Then they lose on Sunday night against the 49ers. They lose at home against the Dolphins. Now, granted, they didn't have Drake London. They didn't have Michael Penix. Kirk Cousins started the game, and that was a disaster, just to go show why Kirk Cousins, his time has moved on from him. But that being said, both are back against the Patriots.
They lost against the Panthers.
And they not just lost, they got blown out in that game against Carolina a couple weeks ago. But
moving on down the line here.
I take the Patriots.
You're taking the Patriots. San Francisco is traveling to the New York Giants, and this is a trap game. I am taking the Giants.
I'll take the Giants as well. Brock Purdy is back, so Mac Jones back to the bench. Thank you, Mac, for your service. We wish you well there. And the Giants, well, Clay, the Giants, with the Neighbors injury, now their star running back, Cam Scatterbo, he had a gruesome injury in the game last week. He's out for the year. All of Jackson Dart's weapons are slowly deteriorating in front of him as the Giants season is give me the 49ers
You're taking
on the road
49ers,
against the
all right.
Giants.
You got the 49ers on this one.
This will be a great 1 o'clock game in Pittsburgh. The Colts, Clay, we talked about who's the best team in the AFC. Well, I still think right now it's the Indianapolis Colts, and I'm willing to run on the Daniel Jones train here. It's going to be an interesting game against the Steelers, losing. Obviously, the Steelers did at home. Clay and I both took them against the Packers last week. That didn't work out. 7-1 the Colts are. Give me their 8th win in Pittsburgh against Aaron Rodgers.
Pittsburgh has the worst defense in the NFL, and Mike Tomlin is supposed to be a defensive genius. Shows you what I think about Mike Tomlin. I am taking Indianapolis to blow out Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
And are you prepared to say that the Colts are the best team in the AFC?
I'm prepared to say that the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. They will take care of the Colts when they meet them. Denver is traveling to Houston, Texas. Houston, which actually won a game with C.J. Stroud actually producing last week. Well, I'm taking Houston.
You're going to take the Texans at home. They're favored by 1.5 over the Denver Broncos. We both took them last week. Actually, we both picked against them last week.
Yeah.
We thought Mac would give it another try down there. Didn't work out. It's a tough game, but give me the Broncos on the road.
There you go.
It's 6-2 with Bo Nix. The Broncos with a big win at home against the Dallas Cowboys last week.
You got it.
Traveling to see C.J. Stroud. We go to Vegas now. The Jacksonville Jaguars off the bye travel to the lowly Pete Carroll-led Las Vegas Raiders. And I think, well, Clay, with the way the Raiders have had their year 2-5, I think Geno Smith's days are numbered if he can't turn around and start a quarterback. Jaguars getting some tough news. Travis Hunter, who started to break a little bit in the offensive side, go to the IR with a knee injury. So Trevor Lawrence has one of his major weapons down, and Jacksonville obviously 4-3 to start the year coming off the bye. They've lost 2 in a row. I'll take them on the road against the Raiders, just because of the way Geno Smith has played, which has been bloody awful.
Well, I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. I'm going to take them at home. Jacksonville was actually favored in this one, but I'm thinking Las Vegas is going to roll the dice and
There we
actually
go.
win this one.
Okay.
All right.
Best of luck there.
New Orleans is traveling to the Los Angeles area to take on the Rams in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This is going to be a close game. The Rams are only favored by 14.5, so I'm going to take the Rams.
I'll take the Rams. Well, talk about a team that flies under the radar consistently, the LA Rams, that, ever since they won the Super Bowl, they've always been there with Matthew Stafford. Nobody ever talks about them, though. They're never really talked about, and it's always the Lions, the Eagles, at least a couple of years we've seen, but I'll take the Rams easily against the lowly 1-7 New Orleans Saints, who are positioning themselves well for a high draft
Tyler
pick.
Show is stepping up.
Yeah, he'll be starting this weekend. Spencer Rattler to the bench. Thank you, Spencer, for that.
Thank you, Spencer.
Big game up in Orchard Park in Buffalo. The Bills staying home. They welcome the Kansas City Chiefs into town. Clay, this matchup is obviously circled on the calendar every year, and the Chiefs head to Buffalo. The Bills have, they've been sort of back and forth all year. They're 5-2. Big win in Carolina last week, 40-9 down there against the lowly Carolina Panthers. Give me the Bills at home against the Chiefs. I know I picked the Chiefs. I picked against the Chiefs more than I've picked them, and they proved me wrong a couple of times. But
a lot of times,
I think it's always difficult to play at Buffalo. I think the energy will be high. Give me the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills in this one. I feel the energy. Seattle's traveling to Washington, D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders in the Northwest Stadium, Landover, Maryland. Seattle's favored by 2.5. I am taking Seattle.
Well, the Commanders need a win here. They're 3-5. They lost 3 games in a row. They're obviously struggling. Jane Daniels is back this week. We'll see if he's fully healthy. That being said, I'm all in on what Sam Darnold and the high-flying Seattle Seahawks are doing. Give me a win for them on the road against the Commanders.
And you got the last one.
And the last one, a Monday night game that, well, I'm not sure is the best Monday night game there. The Cowboys go back home to welcome the Arizona Cardinals, who, well, whether it's Jacoby Brissett, whether it's Kyler Murray, the 2-5 Arizona Cardinals, I'm not sure they'll be able to figure it out. Just because Dallas is home here, give me the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Cowboys too.
To get their 4th win.
Just rolling it out there, the Cowboys too. All right. Anything on the Bruins in our last minute that we have?
Not much in particular. The Bruins have won 2 games in a row. They welcome the Carolina Hurricanes to the Garden this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Unfortunately,
that's going to be a massacre.
Fortunately for the Bruins, 6-7 to start the year, 3-7 in the last 10 games.
6-8 after today.
Elias Lindholm going to be out for a couple weeks with a lower body injury, so that'll be tough for them to overcome. So we'll see how the Bruins go. We'll see how the Celtics go.
Wait a second.
As we monitor.
They're going against Carolina.
Yes, they have Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
7-3 to start the year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So Clay and I are both saying a Patriots win against the Falcons at Gillette.
Definitely.
And a big test, Clay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
next week.
The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, gosh. We're glad we're only out of time for that.
Super Bowl.
We'll have to
at least to
unpack
the
that.
AFC Championship. Yes, they are. They're going to be meeting the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and Drake May is going to pull a Tom Brady out on Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. They're used to it. It's going to happen.
Big test for the Patriots next week in Tampa Bay.
I guarantee it, as George Foreman used to say.
Absolutely. Everybody, have a good weekend. Enjoy this first day of November, and we'll be back with you next week. As always.
Whoever you is.